Welcome everybody. This is the Deezy and Joe show.
I'm Deezy.
And I'm Joe.
And this is the show.
So everybody, this past weekend, there was a very intriguing fight.
Mm-hmm.
We had Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., two retired legends of the sport, and they got in the ring and they fought. And there was some weird things that went down with that fight. The rules were a little bit... Everybody had their opinions on them.
Yeah.
I said this, somebody else said that. But in the end, they called it a draw.
I think that was predetermined.
They called it
I
a
really
draw.
think that was predetermined.
I very much think this was predetermined, like you said.
Yeah.
They had two belts.
They had two belts?
Two of the same belts ready to go.
That's so
and like we were saying all night, they had these participation...
The green medals?
These participation medals that everybody got all night. Everybody got these
Damn near, they were giving them to like the people on the side. They weren't even fighting.
They were just handing these things out like they were just nothing.
It reminded me of like when I was a runner and everyone gets a fucking medal.
Everybody, even the guy,
one meet.
The guy who comes in, he doesn't even finish. They're like, the meet's already over.
He's like laying on the ground.
He's already.
They still give him one. Like you did it. You tried. It's not even you participated.
Yeah, and then they have this dual interview at the end with Tyson and Jones Jr. and Jr. sitting there like, he's sitting there like this,
oh yeah
with his gloves, and
Tyson's
like he's like he's all positive about it. He's like, dude, and then Jones is like, yeah. You know,
my ass.
He was like, but he was like mad about the draw. He made it seem like he was mad about the draw.
Yeah, he thought Tyson won.
Really?
That's what he was saying.
Oh, that's what he was saying.
He was like, every single punch hurt so bad. He
but
was basically saying that was bullshit.
No, it made it seem like he was playing it off like he thought like he still won in my eyes. But
I'm pretty sure he was saying Tyson should have won.
No, but Tyson didn't even care. Tyson did not care at all. It was so funny. Like he was like yeah. But forget about Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Let's get to the main event. Let's get to the actual main event of the evening, which was Jake Paul.
Yeah. It
was Jake Paul, Nate Robinson. It was the ex-basketball player who called him out. Let's get that straight. He called him out.
Yeah. And
so we get to the fight. Let's
what were your thoughts going up to it? Cause
yeah. I was about to say.
I think we both
had
different views. Maybe we had some
coming into the fight. No, coming into the fight, I had the idea that Nate Robinson was going to give him definitely more than that.
Really?
I don't know about you, but I thought.
I did too. Just because like the training.
I thought Nate Robinson was going to give him more than that. But here's the thing: is I had heard coming into the fight 4 weeks in. Maybe even before that, maybe even more than a month in, that Nate Robinson wasn't doing any sparring.
Really?
He wasn't doing any sparring.
That was evident.
Did no sparring. He did no sparring.
What was he training?
He did no sparring. I don't know. They were saying he trained 4 days a week for however hours, twice a week, twice a day,
crazy ass
twice a day,
numbers,
4 days a week or something like that. But like,
apparently
there was no sparring. No sparring. No sparring.
What's the
Jake's been at this since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Jake's been at this since 2017, and he's been training nonstop. And
him and his brother have been training like that.
One amateur appearance, one pro appearance.
What's the amateur
before
appearance?
this? It was against Deji, so it was against KSI's little brother.
And he beat him?
Busted him.
Really?
No, but Deji, honestly, everybody says Deji gave him his best fight. Everybody to this point thinks Deji gave him his best fight.
The amateur fight was his best one.
Yeah. But let's cut to the fight. Jake Paul, Nate Robinson. So we go to the fight.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to the fight, right? They both come in. They both look confident.
Yeah.
Nate comes in. We got to talk about what he came into. He came into basketball. He came into basketball by Curtis Blow. So he comes into, we're playing basketball.
No, Jake came out to that. You said Nate.
Jake
came out to that.
Yeah. I met Jake.
That was cold.
I met Jake. Comes out, disrespects him, obviously because Nate's a former basketball player. Disrespects him with
basically
that song.
Saying, no, we're not.
Basically
the song says we're playing basketball, but nah.
Literally
this is
saying,
different.
Yeah, literally saying you can't play basketball. Literally saying the quote, the famous quote.
Yeah.
You can't play fighting. You know, you can play football, you can play basketball, but you can't play fight. That's basically what he was saying. He's basically trying to play off that quote in a song, which was perfect. It was literally perfect. It was literally perfectly executed.
Yeah.
And so they come out, definitely got Nate's head with that. So immediately they start coming out. What happens? Nate comes springing out. Nate comes right out. He's throwing hands right away. Nate comes throwing right at him. And Jake's just backing up. He's countering.
They keep getting grappled up together.
No, non-stop. But who was doing it? But who was doing it? It was Nate. It was Nate. So he was coming close. And every time he'd come too close and Jake was touching him, he would just close him up.
He would just hug him.
Close him up. So after a round, knocked him down at the end of the first round, bro.
But
the judge... Not the judge, but the ref should have ended that fight. Everybody said it. Everybody said after the first knockout, it was over.
He didn't look comfortable.
He counted
at all.
mad slow too.
Yeah.
The ref counted mad slow. Mad slow. And then the second round starts again, knocks him down again. Knocks him down twice, gets up again, lets him come back again, and then boom, that check hook, it's over.
Yeah.
Sleeps him on the check hook. Out.
Yeah.
The meme of the year.
Dude, there's so
many memes. The knockout of the year.
There's so many
memes. You can go through them. But they're nonstop.
But my thing about Nate's offense, you know how you said he came out like swinging?
Just
like that doesn't... None of those punches looked like they had held any power.
No, that's...
Like, he literally didn't... Like, it was like a street fight to him.
That's literally what I'm saying, is he treated this like...
A street fight.
Like he called him out based on his ability to, like... Oh, I've knocked hella people out in the streets.
In the streets.
Like,
where no one else is trained.
I'll bust you, too.
Oh, my God.
But he doesn't understand that boxing isn't fighting in the streets.
Not at all. It literally looked like a street fight to him.
Like, that's why so many hockey players have called Jake out, is because they think, oh, I knock so many people out fighting in hockey. Like, I'm going to knock you out, too. But they don't understand that boxing is literally like, it's a chess. It's chess, but it's fighting.
Yeah.
It's a chess version of fighting. It's literally like... Oh, I don't know what the quote is, but Mike Tyson always says, it doesn't matter if you can beat somebody up, but it's about how you can outthink. Like, it's about your IQ versus your ability to knock. Like, your power doesn't mean anything versus your IQ.
Yeah.
In boxing, like, it's literally about your ability to know what they're gonna do. Like, it's like chess. You have to think 3 moves in advance. You have to think multiple moves in advance. Like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about knowing what they're gonna do.
And you gotta, like, think about every single decision you make has, like, a consequence, whether it be positive or negative. So you have to think that quick and that many times. Like, every single punch, every single block, every single time they swing at you, you have to think about...
100%.
Like, and Nate didn't look like he was thinking whatsoever. Like, it was fear in his eyes.
1,000%. He was not...
He looked horrified after the first...
Ready for that.
Even before the first knockout in the first round.
First knockdown.
He looked horrified.
He was done.
And what was Jake? Stone cold. Because how long has he been doing this? 3 years.
And he's been ready, dude. He's been so ready for this moment.
Yeah.
And after
I hate,
interviewed him.
God, I hate. I don't hate, but like it's so easy to like jump on that train of like not liking the Paul brothers.
Dude, and listen.
But you can't. You gotta respect it.
And listen.
You gotta respect that.
Listen, he called out so many people after his
fight.
You
said you called the first one.
One of the first. He called out Conor McGregor.
You said that.
I already knew he was going to call Conor McGregor because I watched his podcast with his brother Logan. I knew he was going to call Conor McGregor.
You already had
said talking
that?
shit about him. He was already talking shit about him, so I was like, he's going to call out Conor. Called him out. Called out Dylan Dennis, who is only 3-0 in MMA, who has been talking shit. He's like one of the biggest, active, most MMA guys online. Called out Dylan Dennis. Called Dylan Dennis. Called out Ben Askren, who is a wrestler, who is the guy who got kneed in the face by Masvidal. Mm-hmm. Remember in 5 seconds? Remember?
Yeah.
Right away. Boom. Sleep. Called him out because he's like, can't strike, he claims.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's kind of known that Ben Askren is a wrestler who can't really strike, so he calls him out. So he calls all these guys out. Ben Askren, on his podcast Monday morning, comes back and says, if they come to me with an offer, I will fight him.
Really?
Yeah, he says absolutely.
Jake
and also Monday morning, also Monday morning, DC on his podcast says, I guarantee if Jake Paul fights Conor McGregor, he will lose. Obviously, I mean everybody knew that. But if Jake Paul fights Dylan Dennis will get whooped.
That's what they said?
That's what DC said. Daniel Cormier.
No way.
Daniel Cormier said Dylan Dennis will get whooped, by Jake Paul if they fight. And I agree.
What do you think Conor...
I agree.
Because Conor had to see that. What do you think he even thought about that? He probably was like...
I mean, I haven't seen a Conor response, but...
No, but what do you think he's thinking? Do you think he's even entertaining the idea of fighting, like,
absolutely
a YouTuber?
Not. I mean, I would think if...
And in a different sport.
Connor's so money hungry that like if Jake Paul puts on maybe 2 more shows that like are worth the money and he actually does some work, he might be intrigued if the money comes right to him. They might
imagine
Jake Paul like, versus Conor McGregor. I mean, that would be years down the line.
Yeah, so Jake would have to win against like 2 more upsets basically.
I think Jake's next. I think Jake has to fight KSI next. It has to be KSI, right?
Isn't KSI like ducking him?
It seems to be.
But dude,
it seems to be that way. But he beat Logan, right? And then they tied or they drawed.
Mm-hmm.
But KSI pretty much beat him because they only drawed because.
But KSI was hitting Logan in the back of the head a lot, like straight up. Like I saw like a bunch of clips.
But then Logan hit him.
Logan do?
He did something that I didn't watch the fight, but I just remember them talking about how he did something that they took 2 points away from him.
Oh, okay.
They took 2 points away from him. So if you take 2 points away from them, it's like if you're in the back of the head. I mean, Jake hit Nate in the back of the head, but it was like a clean punch.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like
a clip. I mean,
it hit his ear mainly.
Yeah.
But a lot of it connected.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the first or the second Logan KSI fight, so I can't really speak to that, but. From what I've heard, KSI pretty much won those fights, and it seems to be.
So you're saying
the biggest draw would be KSI Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Because it's the guy who beat up the big brother, and here's the little brother coming to save the day.
Hear me out. Say KSI and Jake Paul fight. What is and Jake wins? What does that mean about Jake and Logan? Because to me that means you're not the little brother anymore. Like we kind of switch roles.
You're saying. Jake Paul beats KSI?
And Logan lost to KSI. So what does that mean? That means...
Well, first of all, I think not KSI, but I think Jake Paul has already excelled above Logan Paul in the boxing aspect.
But we don't know that. Because we've never seen him against KSI. KSI could just be phenomenal.
I don't even think it's a debate, dude.
But you just said you haven't even seen the second fight of Logan and...
Logan Paul is 0-1-1. Jake Paul
who he fought.
is 2-0 professionally, 1-0 amateur.
But that's based on who he fought.
And the second fight we just watched on a Mike Tyson card. I mean, maybe to this day we do know the pay-per-view numbers, but I don't know them to this day. But it had to have been one of the most viewed cards of the year, and he maybe knockout of the year. I mean, he slept Nate so bad, dude. Yeah. So bad. And he said he was going to bounce his head off the canvas like a basketball. He said that. And he did it.
Jesus. Okay, can we talk about how
phenomenal... He's the face of YouTube boxing, and he needs to match up against the guy who beat up his brother. Period. 100%. KSI Jake Paul, headliner. It sells pay-per-view.
But all I'm saying is...
Triller needs to sign that up.
We cannot say that Jake is 100% better thanGan Paul.
So what are you saying over here? What are you saying? You want Jake versus Logan?
I want Jake versus Logan? I low-key do. Is that what you're alluding to?
I want to see it so bad. I want to see it so bad, dude. I don't want Jake versus Logan.
Why not? Because they spar. They have to know deep down who's better.
Of course
they have to. Between them two, they have to know. They have to know deep down who's better. Whether they
Logan admits it. Logan admits it. I watched him on the podcast. Yeah, I watched him on the podcast, dude. He literally talks about how Jake is so into this. Like, I get literally hearing him talk about it. I don't think he wants to fight Jake.
Dang.
I think he knows Jake is so committed to being, like, he wants to be a title contender. Jesus.
Okay. Then
I don't think he wants to fight him.
My whole thing was that I wanted to see a fight.
I think he's scared of him. Yeah, I think in reality, I think Logan is scared of Jake. I don't think
it's scared. I think there's just respect there.
It's respect. It's respect.
Okay. But what I was gonna say. Fuck. I just came. Oh, okay. Can we talk about how phenomenal Triller did? Like, there was obviously their first event, so there was
Triller was amazing,
dude. It was insane.
We can talk about Triller all day.
The performers.
It's not even an app. Okay, so it's an app you can have, and you just have to pay for the events that they have, right?
Yeah.
So, this was their biggest event that they tried to launch on, right? So they had six artists perform. I think it was 6. So they had what? It was like DaBaby, Wiz Khalifa,
French Montana. Sway Lee was with French Montana.
Sway Lee, Snoop Dogg, YG.
Bro, YG killed it. That was insane.
They basically had a concert, which you can't have concerts right now. So it was like they basically brought us everything you can't have. So it was like they basically brought us everything you can't have. So they had the performance, and Snoop Dogg. I thought Snoop Dogg's performance was the best one, right? It was the he was the closer. For sure. It was the craziest. The closer. He just came out. He was just on there. He was just puffing. And he was just singing. Yeah. And he was just vibing. And it was literally right before the main event. He was literally
smoking in there.
And it was literally right before Tyson, and it was literally right before the main event. So it was like
and then right after he performs, kills it. He comes into like the booth where they're commentating. He's commentating. He goes. Yeah. He just starts talking. He's all high.
Let's talk about the commentary. Let's talk about the commentary. Yeah. Him, Snoop Dogg, and Israel Adesanya.
The other
over,
guy.
Yeah. UFC middleweight champion took over the commentary booth, and they, like, especially for the Mike Tyson fight, Snoop Dogg was literally just like, he was like, what did he say? He said something about, he was like,
man.
He was but what did he say? He was like, this looked like 2 of my uncles in a barbecue fight in the backyard. He was like, he was making all the jokes.
It wasn't professional at all. No, but that's what made it so lit.
Oh, dude,
because it was just supposed to be
and it was such a perfect, like, for how weak, or not weak, but I mean just how like interesting the rules and how the fight went. Yeah. It was so perfect to have somebody like Snoop on the commentary, to have that interesting perspective on it. Like it was so ideal, man. It was so right.
Honestly. That whole event was insane.
Like you're right. Like Triller killed it. Triller killed it.
And even like the people we didn't know, like the beginning fights were still good.
Yeah,
they were still entertaining.
Yeah. And I looked at how much those guys got paid, and Triller paid him. I mean, if it's Triller, I don't know if it's Triller, or if it's like the promotion or whatever. But those guys. Everybody on that card got paid decently, man. Like, it was a great performance. It was
French Montana.
10 out of 10.
French Montana.
I don't care what anybody says about. I don't care what anybody says. Mike Tyson. We all know Mike Tyson busted his ass. We all know Mike Tyson busted his ass.
Mike Tyson won.
We all know it was a draw. That's not what we're saying. But it was just amazing.
If they had 2 belts pre-made,
clearly,
told Tyson.
Didn't matter.
You do you, but he's gonna get.
And they all knew, like they literally told him, like, don't aim for the head, like don't slug his head off.
Oh, we were talking about
to the body. Bro, Mike Tyson landed like 90 to the body or something. It was like 90 shots to the body.
We were talking about how remember in the Nate and Jake fight after he got slept, because you kept talking about Nate's fit. How he was looking hella fit.
It was fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
And you were like,
he had that Jordan 1,
the old school basketball shorts.
Woo!
The old school basketball shorts.
Woo! It was clean.
And then you know what you
said?
That. Do you remember what she said? He was knocked out.
No.
He was like slumped, and you were like, hella fitted, knocked the fuck out. He said, like, and Sam and I started dying, dude. It was so funny. It was hilarious because he was hella fitted.
He was more fitted, but.
Yeah,
it didn't matter because he ended up on the canvas and Jake was over him like nothing was going on.
Yeah, hella fit, knocked the fuck out. It was so funny, dude. I was dying.
Yeah, man, that was it was worth $50. Like that was worth every penny. Like that was Triller killed it. I hope we get more events for Triller.
Bro, I saw a meme
in the future.
I saw a meme today, and it was like a video of this guy, and he's like pretending to be working at McDonald's, and Nate Robinson comes up and he's like, "Hey, can I get a Big Mac?" And the guy goes, "Or what?" He starts saying,
"Or what?"
Nate Robinson's like, "What?" And he goes, "What you gonna do if I don't give you one?" And he just like clowns him. And, bro, everyone's clowning Nate Robinson. I feel so bad.
No, dude, the meme.
He's got to be off the internet forever.
There was like the Simba one where it's like he's like pushing him.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And then there was the NBA logo one where he's just like sleep on the camera.
Yeah, have you seen the mattress sale one?
No.
It's a mattress
he's like
sale, and you sleep on the couch. So it's like $500 off on your first couch.
It looks so bad. I mean, it doesn't visually. It can't look worse as a knockout. But I mean, we still tip our captain Nate Robinson like he got in the cage, went to war. What is that? Do you not agree? You don't tip your captain Nate?
I can't look at that fight and think he was training at all for boxing.
I know. He definitely wasn't training hard.
Like
enough,
I think he just thought he was gonna out muscle
him.
I think he just thought he was gonna out muscle him.
I think that's what it came down to. I think he was just like, no matter what happens, I'm just gonna beat this white boy.
Because, like you said, every street fight he's probably won.
Probably. And that was probably the first time.
That's the mentality of any
guy. That
guy.
might be the first time Nate Robinson ever knocked out in his life. That might be because like he might just have won every.
But that's the mentality of like
mentality
every guy, low key, who's like.
But that's what it comes down to. You can play basketball.
Exactly.
You can play football.
But you
can't play fighting.
Yeah. That's
what it comes down to.
And Nate probably just thought like he was the man. Like that's what most guys think of themselves. I'm the man. I don't give a fuck if this guy's been training.
I mean, that's what he was saying on the weigh-in day. I mean, they were in the glass, and he was like, "We'll see tomorrow." That's literally what he's saying.
What do you think about Jake saying "bitch made"?
Just see tomorrow. Because
is it kind of true or not? Or did you think Nate did his thing?
I think Jake wild, dude. I think Jake's just wild. Okay. I think Jake's just so cocky. I'm on the Jake train. Like, don't get it bent. Like, I'm all on his train.
I know you are.
I'm all on the Jake train.
I respect him now. I mean, I've always kind of respected them.
I mean, he literally said, like, Nate's kids, like, don't watch this. Like, he was telling them, and I was like, okay. Like, I loved that. But because
that's you. Because if you were in that position, that would be you. That would literally be you.
But the bitch made, I don't know.
That would be you still.
I'm skipping past what you're saying, but the bitch made. But the bitch made, I don't even know, like, what do you say that, where's that coming from? It's like...
Yeah, I think that was for show.
That was definitely for show. He didn't have a better line.
But let's not skip past the fact that you're rooting for the guy who is similar to your personality.
Who would say what I would say.
Exactly! Because that's exactly... And then you were talking about how, like, when he won, he was like, only said nice things. He only said nice things.
I root for the guy.
That's smart. That's so smart, dude.
When you... Because why not?
But we knew what he was thinking.
What do you have to gain if you already slept him and then you go and you talk more shit? What do you have to gain?
Yeah. But what was he thinking?
Nothing.
During that interview?
Nothing.
I told y'all.
100% he's thinking I told you. 100% he's thinking I told you, and 100% he's thinking...
Where's my next fight?
I'll take you, and I'll take you, or I'll take you. And that's why he said that, because he was like...
Jake Paul's freaking rap career started to take off. I don't know where that's coming from. I've heard like 2 songs by Jake Paul that are...
Park South Freestyle is a pretty good record. It's a pretty good record. I'm a fan. I'm just gonna say that's not a bad record, man.
Hold up, there's a song, older one, but it's still new.
We can't play it on here, but
I'm not gonna play it. I'm just want to tell you the title so you can listen to it later. Yeah. Fresh Out of London. 12 million plays on Spotify.
Oh, is that the one?
Is a banger.
That one came out this year too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first one where I was like,
I've heard
whoa.
about it. I've heard about it. I think I might have heard it too. I'll have to listen to it again, but yeah.
Okay, I haven't listened to Park
No, Jake
South
Paul's
Freestyle.
definitely getting better, and I think it's because he's hiring better producers and stuff, but
I think
Jake Paul.
Okay, yeah. I respect
coming up.
Because he's just like a hard worker, 100%.
100% he's a hard worker.
But I saw in a clip of a podcast of the Impulsive podcast with Logan, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
He said something about like...
I love that. Honestly, I'm a big fan of that podcast. He was
talking down to like big rappers.
Yeah.
But like already saying like I understand like the I'm great mentality, but she was... I think he was talking about like J. Cole and stuff.
I don't think I've seen that. Maybe
it wasn't J. Cole, but it was someone who like we both respect and like he's well respected in the rap community.
Okay.
And I was like,
and he was talking down on him.
And it was right after Fresh Out of London.
Right. Okay. I got it.
And he was like, I really do this like it's only gonna go up from here. And I believe that, but
no, 100%,
to already be like in that mentality of like
maybe
taking on the greats, it was a little bit premature, but
it's like that. It's like that young like that Lil Pump that it caught that esque to you. It was like that guy challenging the old heads.
100%.
It almost caught that.
Yeah. You want to hear a funny story?
It's like 100%.
So one of my friends, he showed me that song "Fresh Out of London" by Jake Paul, and I didn't even want to hear it at first. I was like, no, I'm not listening to this. He played it. I was like, this is actually really good. And then we're hanging out with another one of our friends, and he goes to him. He goes, hey, I have a Jake Paul song I want to show you. And the other homie goes, you're never gonna play me that. Don't even try. I don't even want to hear it, right? Because he thinks he's cringe like most people. And he goes, all right, I won't. And then like weeks go by, and we're all hanging out with like the homies, and he's playing music. The one who showed me the song. Yeah. And he plays this song, right? And he goes, hey Damien. He goes, hey Damien, tell me what this song, or tell me what you think of this song. And then Damien goes, is this Young Thug? And Darius, the other homie goes, Darius goes, yeah, it is. And he played the whole song through, and he daps him up. He's like, yo, that shit was fire. And then he goes, really? And he goes, that was Jake Paul. And Damien goes, no. He goes, that was so good. I can't believe that. Because that song really...
But afterwards, did he, like, give the respect it was due?
He did.
So he was like, okay, I was wrong about him? That's how you gotta be, because, like, sometimes... I think there was a similar situation with me and you, where, like, you played me a song... And like you played the song and I was like, damn, who's that? And you was like, that was blah blah blah. And I was like, what? Like,
I didn't even say nothing.
Yeah.
You know who it was?
No, I don't remember. But like,
because that shit happened with you. The opposite with X.
See what I'm saying?
You showed me X, and I didn't fuck with him.
It's like you have to understand that like artists can like they can move around their style and like you can't just like be like I listened to an artist one time and be like oh I don't like them. And
I don't think about it like that at all anymore.
You can't. I think the way I think about it, you can't because it's not
this particular project that he did. Is not for me, but
100%.
I have so much more respect for musicians now.
Every single artist I love, they have 5+ albums, and they're all different. Yeah, and that's how it is with most artists, is because like they move on and they try different things. So like you can't. So it's hard to judge an artist and go, oh my god, this record is trash. Yeah,
and the same thing goes for when you find like a hella good song, like randomly. Yeah, and you go and check out the rest of that stuff, and then you're kind of underwhelmed because that's the pop-off song.
Exactly. So you have to,
but still, you still respect it.
Music is so eclectic, man. Yeah. Like you have to just you know what you like and you like that, and you just move on. Like you have to take it for what it is. You have to take music for what it is. Definitely, you can't like no artist is gonna be monolithic. You're not gonna like an artist and like. Oh, I like all their tracks. Like that's so. I mean, that sometimes that happens, but that is so rare. Mm-hmm. It is so rare to like everything an artist puts out.
Yeah, dude. But we can talk about this all day because that shit was insane. I can't even believe how like Triller just did an amazing job. That's all I gotta say. Like there was only like very very minimal things we had to say about like it in a bad way, and we didn't have to get into that because they were insignificant. No, but Triller did amazing in my opinion.
Nah, shout out to all that. Shout out to everything. Shout out to Triller.
Didn't you say ESPN gotta worry?
I mean, ESPN gotta worry in the sense that like if Triller starts getting those big fire events going, like if Triller one day gets like if Triller signs like a Pacquiao McGregor.
Oh, like a crazy one?
If Triller signs something like that, like they're talking about doing like an all legends league. So if they do something that people want, like I know,
like similar to Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, that type of stuff.
Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, is just like it got people up, but it didn't get people. It wasn't no Floyd Conor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you gotta get people. If Triller's trying to make a move, they gotta make a move. But shout out Triller.
That's a great start, though. That's insane. Yeah, shout out. 100% they did hella good. I'm excited for what they're gonna do.
100% a fire start. Okay, so what were we talking about earlier? You saw something on Reddit, bro.
You want to talk about that first?
Yeah.
The stories?
Let's jump into that. Let's jump into the thing you saw on Reddit. Okay. You were talking about a lifetime leaderboard, right?
Okay, yeah. I'll read it. It's on Reddit.
No, jump right into it.
Alright, so... Okay. What if when we all died, there was a leaderboard of everything we've done and how many times we've done it? So what are your thoughts on that? What would you be winning in?
We were talking a little bit about this, and... something I know I'd be winning at is fried food eating.
Fried food eating.
The amount of fried food I eat, David. I probably eat a fried meal.
Do you get the same thing
5 times a week? At work, no. But I'm just saying, like, even different places.
Okay. Outside of work.
Even outside of work, but at work too. Like, I'm including them all. I probably get a fried meal 5 times a week. I eat so much fried food. I guarantee.
Are we counting like French fries? Like they're fried? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
and
like
you count per fry? You count per fry.
What do you mean count per fry?
Like that's a fried item. I'm just saying like the leaderboard would count
the
it like
amount.
That.
Okay, yeah,
like
the amount.
If it was like a Amazon like a fucking like a chip in your body, it would count per fried meal like boom boom
per
boom
fried
boom 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 boom
like
boom.
item.
Yeah,
not meal.
That's definitely how it would count. It would count. Yeah, it would definitely count it like that. So yeah. So per fried item, I'm up there.
Oh, you're up there.
For like per capita, like not per capita, but like per age scale, like at the 21-year-olds.
I think some people got you beat, bro. I mean, you're not up there.
I would think I'm up there. I would think I'm up there. Here's another thing I think I'm up there in. You ready for this one?
Yeah. What are you gonna say? I'm so nervous. What are you gonna say?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Say it.
I'm not gonna say that one.
You gotta say it.
No, I'm gonna pass it to you, but fried foods, man.
Fried food. That's the one you're gonna give me. You're gonna give me.
That's what I'm up there in. So.
All right, I'm up there with Probably most times watch Remy LaCroix.
Who?
She's a porn star. She's the best.
I don't even know his name.
You don't know her? Oh my god, bro. I'm definitely on top of the leaderboard. Remy, Remy. LaCroix or something like that. She's bad as fuck, bro. And she probably see the leaderboard and be like, hey.
Remy LaCroix sounds like a
soda?
No, it sounds like an alcohol.
It does sound like alcohol.
Let me get some Remy LaCroix. It's
you
like
fire
okay,
no?
let me set up the scenario. Here's the scenario. You ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're the bartender. You ready?
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm the bartender? Fuck, let's run it back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, that's getting edited out. It's our first edit.
We're not editing shit.
That's our first edit. We're editing right there at 31 minutes.
Okay.
Look, it's perfectly.
I'm keep it all in.
I hate you. I'm going to be there to edit this. This is our first edit. And our only edit. Right? We're editing this.
Ready? I'm ready.
All right. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Good, how's it going?
Did a girl pull up here? She's blonde with earrings?
No, I haven't seen her.
Okay, we're editing that. You can't smile. You can't smile.
I know
I'm
you're
really
gonna be so good
I know.
at it.
I'm trying to.
I'm not editing shit, bro. Let's go.
We're editing
Run
this out.
back.
David, we can take these for bloopers, but this part's being edited out.
Stop.
I'm gonna be there with you. I'm gonna be there.
You're gonna be there.
Fuck this. I'm gonna be there.
All right, run it back. No. This is what the people want. Look, I'm the bartender. I'm
We
cleaning
got
up. I had to pick up the...
SNL.
You see me throw it over his shoulder?
Yeah, I did. Was it a rag?
Yeah. I cleaned that bitch.
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Did a blonde girl pull up? She had pearl earrings on?
Earrings?
Yeah.
No, I've seen a blonde girl, but she didn't have no earrings.
Damn, I don't know where she went then. Okay, can I get a Remy LaCroix?
Yeah, you want the Remy?
Yeah, let me get the Remy. Let me get 2 Remys on ice.
I got you, bro.
Let me get 2 Remys on ice.
I got you, bro. All right, that's not bad. Did I actually pour it? Bro, what made you laugh? It had to have been this hard.
What I was saying. It was like I didn't remember what it was called. I didn't remember what it was called.
Can I get a... And then
Remy LaCroix? What was it?
Remy LaCroix or something
Remy
like
LaCroix?
that. I don't know. I don't know how to...
I don't even remember what we said. I don't remember what we said.
You didn't know where we were going. That was actually hella good on your part. Improv is phenomenal.
I tried. Hey,
go with pearly
dude, our skits are going to be... We got to hit them.
You better look out for that. We're going to have a linked channel.
2021. Look out, baby. 2021.
Nah, I bet this year. Nah, probably not, but...
Yeah, 2021.
2021. Show. Fire.
Keep your eyes peeled. 2021.
Yeah. We're also... At least, we've talked about this. We want guests. We want our friends on here, but not yet.
Yes.
But we definitely... There's so many friends who, like... I just think they'd be perfect guests.
We have quite a few. We have a list going of quite a few people that are gonna have great stories on here for you guys, and boy, are we excited. We might even have a couple in the can that are like we already got them on ready to go. Like we're so ready. We're so hyped for this podcast. It's only gonna get better from here, man. Yes, like, subscribe, and share.
100%.
Thank y'all for watching the Deezy and Joe show.
I'm Deezy.
I'm Joe.
And this is the show. Fuck. Let's run that shit back.
You gonna edit all this?